Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're so happy to have you joining us today for our session to help you, administrators, faculty, teachers, and students to get to know more about Access World News Research Collection powered by NewsBank. We are at the top of the hour, so let's get started. My name is Katherine Bergerson. I am the Vice President of Marketing at NewsBank. I'll be joined today by my colleague, Matt Stewicki. Just to let you know, the session is recorded, and we will send out a copy following today's event. Also, all the resources that we share today, they're available in the handout section. You should see some icons on the left-hand side of your screen. Feel free to download those anytime during our presentation today. So right now is the perfect time to take a look at how you can leverage Access World News and all of the deep information that is available to you. As you know, in today's world, digital resources and access to online information is more critical than ever. And with NewsBank, you can be sure that you are bringing the most credible, comprehensive, relevant information that's available to your teachers and students, whether they're utilized in the classroom or remotely. So in the next 30 minutes, it is our goal to share with you an overview of this rich collection and what really makes Access World News unique. We'll show you how to pinpoint the most relevant information to your area of interest. And we'll share some ideas of how you can build visibility and help grow interest among the teachers, connect with them to help get these resources into assignments, make sure teachers and students are comfortable using them. So we'll get to all of that. Also, we will take your questions. Again, you should see some icons that look like this on the side of your screen. Just open up that chat bubble, type them in. We will do our best to get to all of them. If we can't get to yours, we do commit to following up with you after today's session. So if that sounds good to everybody, let's dive right in. Just a quick background on NewsBank, who we are. We are a leading news and information provider to schools, libraries, research institutions all around the world. And I'm proud to share with you that we are a family-owned company for more than 50 years. We aggregate news sources and information sources, again, from across the globe, bringing your students and teachers the most credible, vetted global news sources, many of which are unique to NewsBank, and all of which are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from any device. So now the reason that we're all here, let me turn it over to my colleague, Matt Stewicki. He's going to take us through Access World News Research Collection. Matt is the Vice President of Sales for our K12 schools and community colleges. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate the intro there. So Access World News is one of our flagship products and one of the leaders of our core 4 set of resources that support K12 schools throughout the US and actually internationally. It contains over 14,400 sources from around the world. Over 200 countries and territories are represented. It's got multiple languages, perspectives from very, very local sources to international sources. We'll cover virtually any topic you can even imagine because it has over 1.1 billion documents. It's updated daily, so it just continues to grow. With that, let me share my desktop and we can jump into Access World News. Okay, does everybody see my desktop okay?
We can, thank you.
Okay, great. So we have a Google-like search bar right here, so you can keyword any topic you wish. So I'll look at immigration since that's really one of the things that we're hearing a ton about, right? Because we have so much information, I'm getting over 7 million results with this term immigration. So the key to this database is really using the filters that are available to get to the information you're looking for. We automatically default to the newest information first. So you can see with this very first article, it's from February 3rd. And today is actually the 31st of January. So we get this information before it's actually released in print. I can resort my data to best match or to oldest. The database typically goes back to about 1980, but you will find articles, as you can see here, back to 1950. We have one article there. Okay, you filter your data based on what the requirements are. There's multiple date filters. So as you can see here, we've got a slide bar. If I only want current data from 2010 forward, I can use that slide bar, hit apply, and get rid of the older data. I have the ability to put in my own ad hoc dates. So I can say past 6 months, I can put in today, I can put in a range of years. So you can put in your own set of dates that way. And then you also have a filter by year. So this will show me my results by year, going back to that first article in 1954. And I'll just resort that all the way up to, we've got 77,000 plus articles from 2025. So you could click on any one or multiple years. I can filter by source type. Because we aggregate information from news and media sources, we have available audio, professional blogs, college and university newspapers, journals and magazines, newsletter, newspapers and newswires, transcripts, video, web-only content. I can click on any one, or by more options, I could hone in, for example, I only want journals and magazines, and hit apply. That would then filter everything else out, and I'm only getting those journals and magazines. Whenever I apply a filter, if I don't get the results I want, it's very easy to go back. Filters will show up at the top of the screen and also with the coinciding filter type. So I simply click that X and I go back to the previous setting. You can filter by source name. So maybe there's a specific title you're looking for. Okay, click the more options. I've got over 12,800 sources with this search. Maybe I only want information from the USA Today. I start typing and it's going to match on these words. So I will just scroll down. And here I see I'm down to USA Today. And as you'll see here, I've got 3 versions of that. I get their web-only content. I've got their newspaper in an image edition and full text. I hit apply. I filter just to that one source, which happens to be the largest newspaper of circulation in the US. And you can see I've got my results in full text and image edition. And again, if I didn't get the results I want, I can simply X out and bring it back to the previous setting. I can filter by location. Because we're pulling information from over 200 countries around the world, I can filter by continent, country, region, state, province, city. So example, maybe I only want information from California. Okay, simply CA, click, and now I get just my information from California once I hit apply. So with this system, you can support global studies, world studies, because we're pulling information from around the world, all the way up to that very, very local information in your backyard. I can filter by reading level. So I've got everything from 1st grade through 12th grade reading levels. Again, more options would allow me to do multiple reading levels. When you apply a Lexile level, you will eliminate the image edition of newspapers and only get full text articles. As you can see here, this has a reading level, this does not. The technology to apply Lexile levels to image editions just is not there yet. And then you can also filter by language. We have 16 languages in this result. In total, we do have 19 different languages available. It is mainly English, but if I want Spanish or German or French, there's lots of options there. I click on my Spanish, for example, hit apply, and now I've got my results in Spanish. If you want to get results just in a specific language, you can actually put a search right up here in the search bar in whatever language you want. Provided we have that language, those would be the results. In this case, you'll note we've got information back in Spanish. You will see some English pop in because we get publishers that will actually provide us data in multiple languages, okay? So using the search bar and your filters, it's a very, very easy way to get to content. We have image edition and full text articles. If I view an image edition of, in this case, a magazine, you'll see it is full color, okay? I'll make it a little smaller so we can see it. I've got tools across the top so I can search the information because we've got the entire edition available. Where did my results come from? The system will create citations for you right away. So there is the MLA 9 citation, and I can export that to EasyBib, RefWorks, or Noodle Tools. I can email this to someone. I can clip an article out. So for example, this is heavily used by our students because they're so visual. If I want to just grab this caption, I can size it. And then I have the option to print it, download it, save it to Google Drive. I'll download it. I can also include the citation right away. This will now clip this off of this page for me and bring me a nice, clean PDF of that caption with the citation underneath. So it's just a great way to get information from your local newspapers and share it. Again, I can print the full page or clip, download it, an internal folder to save it to, a Doro link where I can copy and paste this or send it to someone. It will always go to this page. We integrate with Google Classroom as well as Canvas and Schoology and other LMS systems. Okay, and then I can peruse the whole page. Previous, next. I can use my thumbnails to get to anything I want. So that's what an image edition news looks like. On a full text side, I'm just going to hit next because that was a full text article. I've got, again, the same set of tools up here with the exception of this one here. I can increase my text size. Again, that citation tool, the email function, the print function, the download function, save to my folder, the Doro link to this article, so it will always go to this article, and then my Google Classroom. Now also, all full text articles do have a read along, which will highlight the words and read right along with it. That's really your key word. Very, very easy, and the real thing to use here are those filters to get to the information you're looking for. Second way to get to information are our suggested topics. You'll note these are all the different subject areas, studies in schools and colleges, okay? The very first of these, research trending issues. This first column here, access trending issues, we update this every 30 days with the most search terms we're seeing in our schools. In this case, in the community college version, it's coming from the college users. You'll also note monthly themes, so Martin Luther King Day, which would get me information there. And then we also have Today in History, heavily used in schools, of course. So here, now I've got all that Today in History information that I can use. Okay, all full text articles, easy to use, ready to go. You'll note as I scroll down here, debate and speech. We support your debate and speech competitions with the national topic of intellectual property rights. The big question, creativity versus intelligence. You'll note we give you some public speaking skills and debate skills in here. So this will heavily support that debate and speech competition. As I go down through these, I see UN sustainable goals. If anybody does Model UN, this is great support for those Model UN clubs, where we are really showing and providing information around those 17 sustainable goals within the UN. Just by clicking on any one of these, you will get information around that specific topic. So here's all information around health. And if by chance you're looking for something and you didn't find it, if you let us know what that is, we'll actually add that information for you, because the idea is if you need it, someone else probably needs it too. So that's our suggested topic. Very, very easy to use. And when you run a search, it will give you that information back. You'll see this search here, which I can modify, but I have the same filters down the side. So I can filter by reading level, by location, by date, and so on. The other items we have here that are very, very big that help you are our hot topics. Hot topics highlights what are the key global issues that occurred over the last 30 days. This is our January 25 issue. It goes all the way back to March of 2018. It's organized by subject area: current events, business economics, civics, government and politics, social issues, science, technology, health, sports, arts and literature, people in the news. Click on any one of these and that will highlight what are the big things that occurred over the last 30 days. Of course, the U.S. Electoral College and inauguration from President Trump, Syria, presidential pardons that have been occurring, South Korea. You'll note it gives you a description of what this event or who that person might be, provides some questions and a search. So if I click that search, it will now run that search and bring me to good information, in this case, around those pardons. So a great way to hone in on current event topics and so on. I'll go back to search. And then the other big thing that gets used a ton are our daily headlines and lesson plans. Every day, we pull up 10 headlines from around the world. These are the things we're seeing repeat themselves. But each day during the school year, we also create a lesson plan around one of those. So here's an article, what you need to know about Guantanamo, right? When I click on that, that will open up that article for me. So here's that article. It is full text. So I've got my read along. I've got the same tools across the top. And I even have a search to get more information. But in this case, we created a lesson plan. So when I click on that, that will give me a lesson plan, in this case, around Guantanamo to receive immigrants. It's got the curricular and subject areas, the general education standards, and then the lesson plan. Every lesson plan has 4 sets of questions. If I want to complete this entire lesson plan, I'm going to need to gather more information. So here's a search to get more information. We have vetted websites and then presentation and assessment options. We've got customers that use the entire thing. We've got customers that may just take one set of questions because it enhances something that they did in the classroom. I've got this option here to view all lesson plans. Because we do this every day, we have 5,640 lesson plans available. Tomorrow, 5,641. I can filter them by subject area, or I can put in my own set of terms, okay? So maybe I want to look for information around DNA, or I want to look for information around financial literacy because my economics teacher wants some help. Well, here's lesson plans around financial literacy. Simply click and you'll see that every lesson plan is organized the exact same way, and I have the link to the original article. So just a great way to help support our customers with these lesson plans. And again, we create one every single day. Last but not least are these quick links. We can provide custom quick links for you to get to information that's important to you. So for example, we've got a quick link here just to the USA Today. So I could click that, and that allows me to search just that information, or I see image here, I could click on that. That'll bring me to a calendar now. And then from there, I can jump just to today's paper. So we could highlight a local title for you this way, so you can get to that information very quickly. Additionally, we could put, for example, your state information here. So we could have a quick link just to those titles from New Jersey, New York, California, Minnesota, wherever, okay? So these quick links are customizable to meet the needs of our customers. That really gives you a good overview of Access World News. Any questions I might be able to answer?
Matt, thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. There is so much that's so relevant right now. We've been getting so much positive feedback about those hot topics, and particularly the lesson plans with information literacy, disinformation, so important, such a an important topic right now that we're grateful to be able to help, and we appreciate all the positive feedback on that. And we're hearing teachers are really saving a lot of time with those lesson plans. So really great to see. Questions? Yes. We do have a few. And again, just want to let you know, if you have a question, pop open that chat icon, type it in there. To kick us off, we have a question about searching editorial and opinion. Is there a way to search editorial and opinion pieces?
Yes, there is. So from your keyword searching, you can simply type in your term, of course, okay? So I'll do inauguration, for example, and search. But what you've got available here is you've got this advanced search option. That allows me to tie a second piece of information to my search, all right? So I've got and, or not, of course. So I want inauguration and. Well, this pull down right here allows me to go to a section of the information. So here I can now type in editorial and rerun my search. And you'll note I go from 1.9 million results down to just 20,000. And now I'm keying in on that section because I'm tying in inauguration and the section of editorials, okay? And this will eliminate, again, image additions because we can't tie to sections there, but only give me full text articles. So it'll get me right to that information I'm looking for. As you can see here, section is editorial about the inauguration. I hope that answers that question.
It does, thank you. A question about if I don't see the topic I'm looking for, how do I make that request from NewsBank?
Oh, great question. So, yep, in these suggested topics, if you click on anything and you didn't find what you were looking for, you can email your customer service rep. You can email your sales executive that you speak with, or you can even click the share feedback button and send us information that way. Once we get it, we'll follow up with you to make sure we understand the topic you're looking for. That'll get to our editorial team, and typically a topic can get added within about 24 hours.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. And a question about accessing older articles. How far back does the database go?
Okay, so again, this database itself goes back to roughly 1980, although you will find information. I'm just going to go here and click real quick on economy. That goes back sometimes back to the 1950s. However, part of our core 4 resources, we have another resource called America's Historical Newspapers. That is a database that will allow us to go back in time all the way to 1690, the very first newspaper ever published in the US, all the way through to 2000. So depending on what you're looking for, if it's primary source content, just for, it looks like I got a little error, sorry about that. Just for US history and social studies and so on, America's Historical Newspapers is the way to go. If you're okay with information from 1980 to present, you can use this database.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Matt. Yes, I can get lost in those old newspapers. They're so fun to look at and read, and the advertisements, all of it. So thank you so much, Matt. We appreciate that information. In the interest of time, we are going to move on. If we weren't able to get to your questions, we will follow up with you following this session. But now we are going to move on to our top strategies to get Access World News research collection into the hands of your teachers and students. So we are going to start it off with our number 1 is to host a hands-on training, very similar to what Matt did here today. you can do that for your teachers or your students. Gather a group. Matt's team will be happy to help show a group of teachers to do a training, how to customize the resource to best fit your district or your school's needs. Or you can even use this training. Again, you'll receive a recording of it in about 24 hours or so. So feel free to pass it on, use it, share with others who may find it beneficial. Number 2 is building your web presence. If you do perhaps a featured resource of the month or a did you know section, add Access World News there. We have graphics you can use. We have brief product descriptions. On your screen, you can see how some examples from other customers, how they've incorporated it into their school's library pages. So, the more places that you can add it, the more likely it is that people will discover it and use it. Number 3, scavenger hunts. I don't know if you know, but in our resource center, we do have these ready-to-use scavenger hunts. These are perfect to get students in and familiar with starting to search. You can get those on our website. I'll share that site with you, or if you download this presentation, there's a link right to the scavenger hunts that you can open it up and print it out there. Also, integrating with your school's LMS or discovery services. NewsBank integrates with Canvas. We have PDF videos and instructions to help you utilize your NewsBank resources right inside your learning management system. And if you have any trouble getting it set up, just contact us and we'll be happy to help. And number 5 is video views. Video is the #1 way to engage. And we have a large collection of how-to videos. They're very brief. Many are between 40 seconds and 2 minutes. You can learn how to use the various features, many of which Matt showed us today, but we have them in bite-sized chunks. You can use those on your website near the resource, stick them into a newsletter or social media or your YouTube channel. We really want you to utilize and share them. Please do. So those are my top 5, but we do have a few bonus ideas that we like to call Learn from Librarians. And I'd like to share these 2 stories. They are videos you can watch after our session today. There's links in the presentation. One is, we call it a debate team's secret weapon, where they talk about how their first year debate team finished in the top 10 of a state competition. And they credit their resources that are the research that they did in Access World News to prepare them for that debate and their first time competing at the state level. Also, we have a story from Kelly Vikstrom-Hoyt. She was a News Literacy Project Educator of the Year, and she talks about how she uses Access World News in a variety of classes, including environmental sciences. So those are our top 5 engagement strategies, and all of them are in our Marketing and Resource Center. You can take a look. We've got these strategies. We also have bookmarks, social media post ideas. So again, download this presentation with a quick link to get into it. If you struggle to find what you're looking for, just reach out to us and we're happy to help. Okay, so next steps. This training session is just one step in our commitment to partnering with you. If you are interested in learning more about NewsBank resources, again, if you would like a complimentary session customized for your district or your teachers, Matt and his team are happy to help. We also hear that these training sessions can be valuable for new staff trainings and for others who want to brush up on your school or your district's digital resources. So again, please check us out and let us know. We are happy to help. We do have a series of presentations on our core 4. They're on our website, so if you would like to learn more about America's historical newspapers, our Life in America collection, or our research rocket product, that's for beginning researchers, they are on our website. You can check out our upcoming schedule or watch them on demand. So thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. Again, before we leave, take a moment, download those documents if you'd like, and as you exit, you'll see a brief survey. Please let us know what you thought about today's webinar and how we can improve in the future. On behalf of the NewsBank team, we thank you for sharing part of your day with us. Goodbye.